Topping today's news, the opposition supports the new biometric voter card. Dr. Minnis reacts to comments by his former cabinet minister, D'Aguilar, suggesting he bow out of the Killarney constituency race. The Baines and Grantstown member of parliament laments the high rate of murders in his constituency, and the United Nations wants to know if any Haitian gang leaders have bank accounts here in the Bahamas. This is your JCN Evening News. I'm Jarino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. During his contribution to the debate on the amendments to the Parliamentary Election Act, F&M leader Michael Pintard said despite the government's assertions, the official opposition supports the bill, but will continue to ask pertinent questions in regards to the process, noting that many of the questions are coming from members of the community.
Truth is, we support this bill, but all of the presentations have sought to tell an untruth to the public, that the Free National Movement does not support the very thing that we played a pivotal role in giving birth to. Their position, Madam Speaker, is truly an example of politics.
Yes.
So there is no confusion, Madam Speaker. Let me say here, we support the modernization of our electoral system. And so, Madam Speaker, today, we simply wish to make the point which has been effectively made by my colleagues, that our role is to evaluate not only what the government is presenting, but how they are seeking to implement it.
Mr. Pintard says the government cannot deny that the Free National Movement has laid much of the groundwork for what is being done.
Madam Speaker, let no one in this chamber or outside be confused. The F&M started this progress. The F&M led these reforms, and the F&M laid the legal and technological groundwork for secure, modern biometric voting system. Now the PLP seeks to build on what we have created, but their track record, Madam Speaker, when it comes to following the rules is painfully lacking. This is why we're asking a lot of questions. This is why the public is asking a lot of questions. Their history of not following the laws they helped themselves to pass has weakened the confidence of many Bahamians, even when they come up with what sounds good when they read it off the paper.
The bill was passed late Wednesday night and is now on its way to the Senate. Free National Movement Deputy Leader and St. Barnabas Member of Parliament Shannon Dawn Cartwright has been suspended for one sitting of the House of Assembly following the summer break. The ruling was handed down from House Speaker Patricia DeVoe as a result of a matter concerning Central and South Andros Member of Parliament Leon Lundy and Mr. Cartwright, who engaged in a heated debate over the transition from quarterly to monthly billing by the Water and Sewage Corporation and whether there were any increase in fees. Mr. Cartwright allegedly accused Lundy of lying and misleading the House. Mr. Lundy took offense to Mr. Cartwright's comments, and the matter was adjudicated by the Parliamentary Committee on Privilege that found it reasonable that Cartwright apologize to the member for Central and South Andros. However, yesterday, Cartwright refused to apologize and was suspended. He will miss the October 8th session when members return from the summer break. There was speculation that the Free National Movement was set to introduce another round of candidates about 2 weeks ago, but that never happened. There has also been a comment attributed to Dionisio D'Aguilar, a former Free National Movement cabinet minister in the Minnis administration, suggesting Dr. Hubert Minnis bow out of the race in Killarney after not receiving a F&M nomination. On Wednesday, outside Parliament, F&M leader Michael Pintard was asked for his thoughts on D'Aguilar's comments.
D'Aguilar is very articulate, so he can share what his views are. We welcome more Bahamians to weigh in on these matters. What I would only say is that we're excited about the candidates that we have put out, those that we're about to announce in the second round of announcements. We had a wonderful time in Electoral last night with 3 former members of Parliament for South and Central Electoral and North Electoral. We're excited about the number of former members of the Progressive Liberal Party that attended the meeting, including one of the former stalwarts, and we are just grateful for the kind of inspiration that he and others have provided to us in Electoral.
Members of the press were also able to catch up with Dr. Minnis outside of Parliament and asked him if he still intends to run in Killarney.
Only thing I'm saying is I am running. The FNM has already made a statement. The FNM has said that I am not their candidate. I said I am running. I don't think you need anything other than that at this particular point in time. I am running, and I have no doubt that the people of Killarney will return me as the member of Parliament for Killarney.
There is a possibility that the boundaries of the Killarney constituency may be changed for the 2026 elections. Meanwhile, Mr. Pintard was also asked to respond to reports of a rift in the Free National Movement after Renwood Wells was reportedly denied a nomination in Bamboo Town.
Listen, in every political organization, when you have far more entrants or aspirants than positions, you will have persons who will be disappointed. We value all of them. They've made contributions in the past. We expect that they'll make contributions leading up to the election, and they'll play a pivotal role in helping us to govern this country effectively. And so we just ask persons, put on your seatbelt. There'll be some bumps in the road, but at the end of the day, we'll emerge as a united force, ready to govern this country.
The Member of Parliament for Baines and Grantstown is speaking out following a string of recent murders in his constituency, describing the violence as senseless. He is calling for urgent intervention at every level of society. While in Parliament on Wednesday, Wade Watson says the loss of young lives is devastating, not just for families, but for the future of our country.
In recent days, we in Baines and Grantstown have experienced a number of shootings within our twin communities, resulting in at least one death. And where I am encouraged by the recent crime statistics, which signifies a reduction in major crimes, I am convicted that one murder is one too many.
The most recent killing in his constituency occurred on Sunday when a male was killed on Adderley Street, just off Augusta Street, during a drive-by, resulting in the country's 53rd murder. Also, one of the most tragic murders this year occurred in the Bainstown community in February when a young father was shot multiple times in front of his 4-year-old daughter by 3 gunmen while at a local takeaway on Dunmore Street. Mr. Watson says he has requested more assistance from the police.
Mr. Chair, I have sent a letter to the Commissioner of Police asking for increased mobile and foot patrols in our twin communities. I am hoping that the increase in patrols will slow down the inherent issues that we experience. But I do subscribe to the old policing adage that prevention is better than detection.
The Baines and Grantstown MP says he is also working with urban renewal teams and the community leaders to strengthen outreach efforts in that constituency. There have been a total of 9 murders that occurred in the Baines and Grantstown community so far this year. And finally in this segment, is it possible that ruthless Haitian gang leaders could be hiding some of their ill-gotten gains in the Bahamas, in Bahamian banks? Well, the United Nations panel of experts on the Haitian Security Council, they want to know exactly that. The UN panel has asked the Central Bank of the Bahamas, through the Office of the Attorney General, to have all financial institutions in the Bahamas review their client records to determine whether or not they hold funds or other financial assets or economic resources owned by or controlled indirectly by at least 7 Haitian gang leaders on the sanctioned list for committing crimes like murder, rape, kidnapping, hijacking, and attacks on law enforcement. The UN panel says it wants banks to report both positive and negative findings. Meanwhile, a wealthy businessman was slated to become president of Haiti's Transitional Presidential Council on Thursday, marking the first time that the private sector is in control of the country's 2 executive branches. However, there are reports coming out of Haiti that gangs there do not approve and have threatened to overthrow the transitional government. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.